Are each of you ready for a political revolution? Hi, my name is Montgomery Markland. It's a pleasure to meet all of you today. It's really exciting to have you guys out in the park. It's a beautiful day. It's a little less hot than it was last weekend. I've got one question for you first, which is, are each of you ready for a political revolution? And are each of you ready to do everything that you can to get Senator Sanders elected as President of the next United States of America? Are you ready to fight fascism?
I've been ready for a long time.
Now, one thing I want to add to what Don said right before I started talking, which is that it is important, equally important, to thank the superdelegates who are supporting Bernie.
Yes, and show them support.
Show them 10 times as much support, 100 times as much support as we put pressure on somebody else, right? Positivity. What's the old saying?
More flies with honey.
There we go. More flies with honey, right? And that goes true for the uncommitted superdelegates too. Thank them for letting the people speak.
Yes, thank you. Alan Grayson let us vote on it.
We actually voted on it.
And support candidates who do support Bernie now. We're throwing a lot of money to Bernie. Some people are hitting cap. If you start hitting cap, and ACLU does put that into the larger contribution for the campaign. But Tim Canova's channel, Debbie Wasserman Schultz in Florida. We got the woman who's going to the school. I can't remember her name. She's an amazing name. Zephyr. For what she does, it's a perfect name. There's a lot of people out there doing things, and we have candidates here, right here in California, Los Angeles,
including Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
That's right.
Who's going to speak in a little bit about being a delegate. And we've got a number of local LA leaders here, folks from the volunteer office, folks from LA Progressives, folks from Los Angeles for Bernie, folks from delegate process and a fundraiser that's happening and a couple other things. So they're all going to get a chance to speak to you and see if something that they're doing is something you're interested in getting involved with. And then there's a lot of sign-up sheets going around right now. It's most important that you sign up on the main sign-up sheet, but then there's also team lead sheets that are going around, and we'll do both an emphasis on voter registration and on phone banking. Those are the two things that we're most interested in right now above all else, because those are the things that can have an impact in Wisconsin, Wyoming, Pennsylvania, New York, today from here, and then in California going forward voter registration wise. May 23rd is the deadline, but, and National, correct me if I'm wrong, May 9th is when people start voting, is that right?
Correct, early voting.
So early voting starts on May 9th.
Yes, so be registered before that. Imagine registration problems starting if they're going to around that point.
And double check your registration, all that good stuff. Don't believe in conspiracy theories, but, you know, purging rolls is an old-fashioned political trick.
It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
Yeah, here's the deal. I gotta say something. You can correct me on this, but Bernie's national platforms were fighting a worldwide conspiracy to create inequality. The word conspiracy is in there. So let's just, like, when people say, oh, that's a tinfoil hat theory or that's happening, I can literally get on my phone right now and show you proof of everything I talk about. And we can argue about the source, but let's focus on being successful.
Let's focus on positive things today.
Thank you.
And
because
at the end of the day, only three things matter right now: dollars, votes, and delegates. And if you're not doing something that gets one of those things, you're not maximizing the use of your time for the greatest presidential candidate that we have ever seen. So we're going to go over what we're going to go over before we go over it. And so what we're going to do first is get to know each other a little bit better. And then what we're going to do second is give a national campaign update, which for the first time in Pan Pacific Park is going to be delivered by the national campaign, which is very exciting. Aaron and Mark. So we got 3 national campaign folks here, and so they're going to give you a national campaign update that's the most up-to-date update that any Barnstorm has ever received, and that's going to be awesome. And some of you might have already signed up on leadership forms as they're being passed around to do various particular activities. The most particular activity that we want to emphasize is voter registration in California and phone banking other states. Those are the 2 most important things. But if there's something that you want to do that you're passionate about, that there is a sign-up sheet for, sign up for it, right? And if you didn't get a chance to sign up for it, sign up for it. We'll do a more organized breakout of the voter registration and phone banking groups, but the sheets are here, they're out there, they're being passed around. Amelia, Gabriella, Venus, Don, etc. can help you sign up for anything. So don't let this be an opportunity that passes you by when you can get involved in the campaign in an incredibly positive way.
Yeah, that's right. Big opportunity for everyone right now.
So after the national campaign update from the national campaign, we will then break out and do the phone bank and the voter registration team leaders, and we'll do a little bit of Q&A, and the local leaders will talk about their local issues, right? And sometimes it's going to be about delegates, not super delegates, everybody's heard about that, but about actually running for a delegate position as a candidate in, don't worry, your bikes are safe up here, as a candidate in California, because it's critically important that every congressional district in California has a full slate of Bernie Sanders supporters as delegates.
Yeah.
Right? I've got one question for you first, which is, are each of you ready for a political revolution?